Hello. Oh my gosh, I left you guys hanging. Shade had left, poor Gemma, and then they saw a spear gun, or like a little mini harpoon stuck into the acrylic glass or the acrylic of the window that had started spider webbing, and then it exploded and this water was rushing in. Oh! So let's find out what happens. Chapter 29. The sea filled the room with such force it set the trade station spinning on its tether lines. The water in the moon pool churned from the vibration. Above the splashing shouts, a klaxon horn shouted, followed by an eerily calm female voice. Attention, emergency. Scale 2093 has been compromised. Evacuate lower station immediately. The service tube, Mom shouted over the din. Hurry! Though everyone was scattered across the room, we splashed toward the tube, fighting against the spin, water up to our knees. We need to prop open the hatch. Pa hauled up the lid of a toolbox. Access deck lockdown now commencing, said the female voice. Raj, Pa threw him a crowbar. Just as he caught it, the hatch slid closed with a mechanical hiss. No! Raj slammed the crowbar against the steel-plated hatch. Access deck sealed, the computer announced. The klaxon horn wailed on in a demented rhythm as two more streams of seawater burst through new fissures. Then suddenly the trade station jerked to a halt, and everybody stumbled to keep their balance. This building is like tethered to the sea floor on these big chains because it kind of floats, and the force caused it to spin. If you've ever sat on a swing and spun and spun and spun until the chains got completely twisted to where you can't spin anymore, what has to happen? Right, it's going to unravel. Before I could shout a warning, the chains unwound. Oh, the station's tether chains were all twisted up. Before I could shout a warning, the chains unwound, starting slowly, then gaining speed as they whipped in the opposite direction. Ma caught Zoe as she tumbled past and hoisted her on top of a long row of metal cabinets. The station moaned under the torquing pressure, and the sea sloshed in at an even faster rate. All over the access deck, equipment shattered, sparks flew, the walls shook. Clinging to a pipe, Hewitt muttered numbers to himself. Then he cried out, the added weight of the water will make the surface deck disengage in 2 minutes and 13 seconds. Pa splashed through the water, which was now up to his waist. There's got to be something left. Manta boards, an aqua jet, something. There's nothing, I said. I checked. Not even a pack of liquigen. The lights flickered and failed. The emergency lighting struggled to kick on, causing an eerie strobe effect. For the first time, I felt a prickle of panic. This water is freezing, Gemma said, joining Zoe on the top of the row of cabinets. Everyone else climbed up there too, except for Pa, who tipped over a cabinet. I realized he was checking to see if it would retain air, but no, it sank. We're going to have to swim for it, Gibby said. Hearing Gemma's gasp, I took hold of her cold hand in mine. We won't leave you behind. Are you crazy? Raj asked Gibby. We're over 100 feet down. Without fins, even I couldn't get to the surface in one breath. Ma eyed the rising water. No one can swim that fast. We have to do something, Hewitt warned. The surface deck is going to disengage in 173 seconds, and then we drown. Even if the others weren't paying attention to Hewitt, I listened and had no doubt that his prediction was dead on. Sirens howled. The station rolled with the weight of the water gushing in. Emergency lights flashed. Ma and Raj were right. No one could swim fast enough to make it to the surface on just one breath. No human, anyway. Jumping to my feet, I yelled, Be right back! I dove into the churning water despite my parents' shouts of protest. With icy water waking my senses, I swam down to the moon pool and out into the ocean, sending a series of clicks far and wide. agitated clicks, a perfect imitation of a dolphin's distress cry. And it was answered, as I knew it would be. But because of his dark gift, he's able to call to dolphins to get some help. Oh my gosh, it's so exciting. Wouldn't this make an awesome movie? But you know they would screw it up if they did, right? Yeah. Tune in tomorrow to find out what happens. We'll continue Dark Life then. Have a great day. Be kind to one another.